What is something you accomplished this year that you are proud of?
I'm proud of winning most of the time. It takes a lot of work and a lot of determination, but we get there and we take dubs.
What was your favorite grade and why?
Kindergarten, because I could sleep. What sport season did you like?
I like softball because our coaches had trust in us and we came through and we won it all.
What has been your favorite field trip?
My favorite field trip was when we went to T-Bar-M because that brought us closer as classmates this 8th grade year.
What are you looking forward to in high school?
A new fresh start and finding my true colors.
Who was your favorite teacher and why?
Miss Berman, because she accepted me for who I was when I first came in.
If you could change one thing that happened this year, what would it be?
Probably not getting the DNs for behavior-wise.
Are you ready for high school?
Yeah, I'm ready to keep going and making my life even better than it already is.
What was your favorite grade and why?
I liked 6th grade because everything was brand new and it opened up a whole new world. It was fun.
What was your favorite memory at St. Luke?
My favorite memory was this year when our 8th grade class went on a field trip to T-Bar-M. During the trip, I feel like we all got closer and learned to work as a team.
In what area do you feel you made your biggest improvements?
My math grade and like doing better in sports and stuff.
What are you looking forward to in high school?
I'm looking forward to a fresh new start, a new environment, and new people, to meet new people.
What was your favorite teacher and why?
My favorite teacher was Miss Gonzalez because she guided me a lot through these past 3 years.
What is something that was hard for you at the start of the year but is easy now?
Pronouns, because we didn't know pronouns last year, and then Miss Gonzalez taught us because she's a good teacher.
What was your favorite field trip?
The one when we were in like first grade or like kindergarten when we went to SeaWorld, because that was pretty fun because we got to see Shamu and we got to get all wet.
Of the books you read this year, which was your favorite? Why?
The Outsiders, because they all had different personalities and they all showed examples of friendship.
What person at our school has made the biggest impact in your life this year? Why?
For me, it's not just one person, it's my group of friends, because in 6th grade I was the new kid and, you know, they kind of took me in from there.
What are 4 words that best describe this school year?
There are no words.
What person at our school has made the biggest impact in your life this year? Why?
Miss Gonzalez because she helps me a lot with my problems and she's a really good teacher.
What was your favorite field trip?
The field trip we took to T-Bar-M because there was a lot of fun activities and I got to hang out with my closest friends.
Are you ready for high school?
Yes, but at the same time, no. And it's gonna be like really challenging, but it's gonna be fun because it's a new school and a new environment.
What sport season did you like?
I liked volleyball because we won and I got all tournament.
Where is your favorite place in our classroom or school? Why?
I like the music class because it's fun. I get to play the bells and sing my songs for school. It's fun because we get to play around.
What was your favorite project at St. Luke?
My favorite project at St. Luke's was Expo 7th and 8th grade year.
What was the most challenging part of this year for you?
Probably all the projects that we had due.
In what area do you feel you made your biggest improvements?
And writing my essays, because before I just did them really short and didn't really put any effort into them. I was like, alright. And now I do. I put effort. It's pretty good.
What was your favorite project at St. Luke?
My favorite project was Miss Tally's pie chart because we ate M&Ms.
What was your favorite memory at St. Luke?
My favorite memory here at St. Luke
It's probably Boy Scouts because after every meeting, we always go to the playground and mess around.
What is your favorite part of the day in our class? Why?
I'd say it'd be English. It's a fun class. A lot of people got roasted, a lot of people made jokes in my class.
Oh, Eddie.
And we learned a lot in that class too.
What is something we did this year that you think you will remember for the rest of your life?
Something I would probably remember for the rest of my life is our homecoming pep rally.
What is something you accomplished this year that you are proud of?
I accomplished this year making it to Incarnate Word and being able to play on varsity next year for softball.
What person at our school has made the biggest impact in your life this year? Why?
Probably Miss Britsky, because she's been really nice, and I'm gonna miss her a lot because she's my favorite teacher. And yeah.
What is something that was hard for you at the start of the year but is easy now?
Memorizing the schedule.
What was your favorite field trip?
My favorite field trip was the T-Bar and retreat.
Of the books you read this year, which was your favorite? Why?
My favorite book this year had to be Outsiders due to its story of brotherhood and family.
What is something we did this year that you will think you will remember for the rest of your life?
I think I would remember myself gaining citizenship awards.
Are you ready for high school?
Yes.
What is something we did this year that you will think you will remember for the rest of your life?
Probably the retreat, the 8th grade retreat, because we were all in the group.
When you consider the rest of your life, what percentage of what you learned this year do you think will be useful to you?
Well, probably about half of it, because there's some of that math and science and stuff that I'm sure I'll never use for the rest of my life, but, well,
Are you ready for high school?
Yes.
What advice would you give students who will be in this next class year?
Definitely don't hold off your homework till later on or like right before the class, and always do your study guides before the final the next day.
Or you'll fail.
Or you'll fail, yeah. That's what I'm doing. Well, I didn't fail, but yeah.
What advice would you give students who will be in this class next year?
Don't slack off and do your work and be mature. Have fun.
What are you looking forward to in high school?
Making new friends and joining clubs and things.
Who is your favorite teacher and why?
Miss Betters, because she really helped me during math when I was struggling.
Knowing what you know now, if you could write a letter to yourself that would travel back in time so that you would receive it at the start of the school year, what advice would you give your younger self?
Probably when you get your phone for Christmas from your dad, don't drop it down the stairs, please, because they're going to be really mad. And you're probably going to be grounded for like 2 months, but that's okay, because you survive.
When you consider the rest of your life, what percentage of what you learned this year do you think will be useful to you?
50%.
What are the 3 most important things you learned this year?
I learned how to get prepared for high school. I learned how to stay on task with my assignments, and I learned how to be prepared.
What was your favorite field trip?
My favorite field trip was when we went to Austin to the Capitol in 4th grade.
What was your favorite grade and why?
5th grade, because I just had a great time with my buddies, and I don't know, it was just so much fun.
Knowing what you know now, if you could write a letter to yourself that would travel back in time so that you would receive it at the start of the school year, what advice would you give your younger self?
Don't procrastinate. Don't put things off. It's just going to make things even worse.
What are you looking forward to in high school?
Meeting new people.
Who was your favorite teacher and why?
Miss Marenko, because she understands me and she's really funny and I love her.
Are you ready for high school?
Yeah, because St. Luke's taught me well.
and I'm not gonna die.
What was your favorite project at St. Luke?
7th grade expo. So we got to dress up and do research on stuff. It was pretty fun.
In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, amen. I pledge allegiance to the cross and Jesus who died for us. May He protect us, guide us, and bless us, everyone.
Thank you, parents, teachers, for our wonderful St. Luke years. On behalf of the 8th grade, we are very grateful.
What is something you accomplished this year that you are proud of?
We take dubs.
Is it over?
Hey, Mom.
Everything else is St. Luke.
Slide down. What are you looking forward to in high school? Who was your favorite teacher and why?
Probably not getting the DNs for behavior-wise. That's all.
That was fun.
Don't make me laugh.
Cut.
What are you looking forward to in high school?
I'm looking forward to a fresh new start. And let's not do that.
Quiet!
Can I do the cut?
There's a
Cut.
New environment, new environment, new.
That's good.
Okay.
Is that it? Can I just say that?
Cut. Yeah, that's good.
Good job. Thank you.
Cut.
Thanks. Action. Wait, your paper.
En español. Cut.
Okay, ready? So this is our class where we're getting the next 5.
Okay.
And we're very excited. We're gonna go to the garden.
Should I smile like this?
I think I should take that.
What's your favorite grade? What's your favorite grade?
Thank you, parents and teachers, for our wonderful St. Luke years. Right? Is that it?